PMAC Movies back for a brand new PMAC Movies haul video. I didn't do a haul video last week. Still not feeling good. Still, not super motivated to make videos. I feel like there's only a select few people who appreciate the channel enough to actually take the time and leave some feedback. I do appreciate the people who do. There's a lot that don't. Hit the thumbs up or whatever. And I said months ago I was going to go down to maybe bi-weekly or monthly haul videos, and that certainly seems to be going more towards what it is. I'll put between getting everything together, making the video, uploading it, putting all the stuff back, at least an hour making these videos, and most people can't even leave a comment that takes 30 seconds. So it's like, why would I do it? I don't get any financial benefit, or very, very minimal. If you do want to help out the channel, take a look in the description section for ways that you can help out. I haven't been feeling well lately also, and it's just like, I'm just not motivated really to do it. So that's what it is. I do have a lot here since I didn't do one last week, and I did have a fair amount of stuff last week. So I have quite a bit, so I guess this will probably be a pretty long video. We'll see how it goes. So there's some buy two get one sales, Target and Amazon. Target, most pre-orders not included. They sell out. A lot of items sell out very quick now. They don't keep much in stock, so it's different than things used to be. Like everything in society these days, it keeps getting worse, but people still think, all these corporations and the government, they're trying their best. They just make follies, and everything just continually gets worse in the system. But they're just doing their best, though. They're just doing their best. They just make mistakes. They just make stupid mistakes. Yeah, okay. But anywho, I did find some stuff still, so these sales aren't as good as they used to be, but you could still find some goodies. So we'll take a look. So this would be the last day of the Target buy two get one, and then Amazon matching on some of those. So some of these deals you may still be able to get. A lot of them might be out of stock by now. I don't really know, but first, a couple pre-orders that I did a while ago from Target. So they had like a $5 off 20 thing, and I was able to pre-order the Flag of Iron here. I do try to get these 88 films, Asian releases with the slipcover. They've released a few now. There's a few on pre-order, which I haven't pre-ordered because there hasn't been any sort of like deal on them. They're around 20 bucks. I would prefer to pay closer to 15, although this I pre-ordered this one, it was 22, so with the $5 off it was 17. Decent deal for, nothing to write home about, but glad to get it. 113 minutes from 1980. I have been watching some of the movies off the Shaw Brothers set, which have been fun. And then the other one was from a buy two get one sale that I pre-ordered quite a while ago, and I'm quite sure that I grabbed it, but where? There it is. So this is a good DC show. At least the first season was. This is probably one of the better DC shows, actually. It is a Stargirl, the complete second season. So again, this wasn't super cheap, but with the code and everything, it ended up being a very good deal. So this is 13 episodes, 535 minutes. You can watch this show on HBO Max, I do believe. And like I said, it is good. It's a good combination of like fun and serious, I feel like. I think it's a good kind of combination of both of those things. So things like The Flash and Supergirl, I don't know, they get kind of old. Arrow did get kind of old after a great first couple seasons. But Stargirl's a nice little change up in a good one out of those, one of the better ones out of those DC shows. Let's see. So let's go with the Target buy two get one stuff that I got. I'm just trying to figure out price ranges. So there's a few around like $8. So something like this Aftermath with Keira Knightley, Alexander Skarsgård, Jason Clarke. This is a 20th Century Fox release. I was actually thinking this was Universal. So it ends up being like, with the deal, $5 and something with the digital code. So it was pretty good. And then we got the slipcover too. So that's pretty good. Looks like this is set. I don't know if this is set in. It's set during like around the World War II era. And it looks like it's set in Germany. So could be interesting. Very affordable on that buy two get one deal. This is a movie that I've seen several times, and I don't feel like I've ever seen the Blu-ray of this, like, very affordable. I do already have the, I don't know if it's considered a sequel to this, Gods and Generals, but I got Gettysburg, the director's cut. I do, of course, have the DVD of it. And like all of history, I mean, who knows what really happened during the Civil War? I mean, nowadays we're told things on the news that are either changed quite a bit or completely BS. So how can you really, just because it happened years ago, you think they were telling everybody the truth? Come on. But it is an entertaining movie. Let's see, this one was around $10 before the deal. This is a movie I remember fondly from when I was younger. A fun one. Not a great one, but a fun one. Ladybug, starring Rodney Dangerfield, Jonathan Brandis. I believe in this one, Jonathan Brandis dresses as a girl and plays soccer on the soccer team. So, of course, he dominates. I believe that's what that one's about, if I remember correctly. I've seen it so many times, but it's been years. Around the $9 mark, we got a fun one from Mill Creek, which I had never heard of. Before I saw this release, somebody's showing off this release. And it is Kiefer Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips in Renegades. Looks like some fun late 80s action with VHS slips. So when you can get this for only $6, you beer yourself. I do notice that Mill Creek has some issues with like little scratchies on their discs, which is unfortunate. I mean, I know they're a budget company, but I've seen it too many times now. There's a couple, more than a couple little scratchies on there, and I've seen that on some of their other movies too. I know that Snow White one that I got had some scratchies on it, so it's a shame. Most people won't see it as a big deal. Let's see, what else we got here around that. Still around that price range. I think this was like $9.50. I know on Amazon now it's like $7.50, but still with this deal it's better because it's not buy two get one on Amazon. I got the Spell movie from Paramount from 2020, 91 minutes. Don't expect it to be anything great, but for around $6 with digital code, we will snag that. This one was $10 buy two get one, which this is a fairly new release, so I don't know why it's so affordable already. And it's an A24 movie with a nice slipcover. Actually, this has a nice one. It is Saint Maud. I might watch this weekend. It's only 84 minutes, so should be able to watch it pretty quickly. Actually, the debut film from writer-director Rose Glass. Like I said, it gets good reviews. As far as like customer reviews, it looks like kind of mixed. You know, some people thought it was boring, some people thought it was very interesting. More of a thought-provoking kind of horror movie, it sounded like. So should be up my alley, hopefully. Let's see, some other ones around that cheaper price range. These were around $8 before the buy two get one. Instructions not included. I think I have the DVD of this. For that price though, for, you know, pretty cheap, 5 something, whatever, with the code, I snagged that. Same thing for Vice. A little propaganda nonsense. Didn't realize this was written and directed by Adam McKay. So we got Christian Bale playing Dick Cheney. That'd be interesting to see what they got in there. Steve Carell, Amy Adams, Sam Rockwell. And Vice. And then this one was a little bit over $10. I remember seeing the DVD of this, but I don't believe I ever got it. It is John Travolta and the General's Daughter. It's nice that Paramount's releasing, you know, some of these kind of older catalog type movies. This is from 99, 116 minutes. Don't expect it to be anything great, but like kind of a fun popcorn movie with John Travolta. Not the greatest. He's been in a lot of crappy movies and not the greatest actor necessarily even, but snag it up anyway. Moving up in price range a little bit. I believe this was $12 and change. This one I'm not sure I'm going to keep because I realized I did watch this on DVD, and I think the DVD of it was like pretty much fine. But we'll see if I keep it. I haven't opened it yet. It is Passenger 57, starring Wesley Snipes. And again, another fun popcorn action movie from 1992, Passenger 57. Another one of those Paramount ones that had a DVD but never a Blu-ray. And again, I'm sure the Blu-ray isn't top of the line, but it is Clock Stoppers here on Blu-ray from 2002, 93 minutes, $13. Buy two, get one ends up being like 8 something, 8 and some change. Which is interesting too because I don't know, these Paramounts could end up being $5 at some point. You don't know, but they haven't really dropped yet. So you don't know if they're going to stay around that price range and eventually go out of print, or if they're going to all go super cheap and they're going to make 1 billion copies of them. You just don't know. So at this point, snagging the ones I want. Any more at that price range? Yes. This one, I saw somebody on Blu-ray.com looked into the movie, sounded really good. Get some people really think this is a great movie, and I like Mad Mikkelsen here. So I grabbed Riders of Justice. This is a Magnet movie, which of course could end up at Dollar Tree, but maybe not too. So for $13, buy two, get one, I decided to go ahead and get it. I do, like I said, I like these Mad Mikkelsen movies. These Danish movies tend to be quite interesting. Sounds like a pretty good like action movie, so snagged it up. Might watch that one this weekend also. Let's see, what do I want to show next? We're down into the like $15 price range. Another Paramount release. We got Beavis and Butthead Do America. Just hilarious show and movie. I do have the movie on DVD. From 1996, 80 minutes. Kind of love it or hate it, you know. Some people just really may hate this type of humor, but I think it's hilarious, and I used to love this when I was younger. Very good. Beavis and Butthead with the code, so that ends up being $10 after the deal. Some other ones in the $15 price range. We got the Bill and Ted triple feature with slipcover, and I haven't opened it yet, but the code, I'm thinking there's probably one code for all 3 movies. I'm not sure. Or maybe the code is only for one of the movies out of it. I would think it's for all 3. But interesting. I do have the Scream Factory, like the nice, I don't know, is it like 2 or 3 disc set for the Bill and Ted first 2 movies? Probably be fine with selling that and just keeping this. I haven't seen the new one yet. I've heard mostly negative. And I could rewatch the first 2 also. It's been quite a while since I've watched them, I would say. So glad to get the 15, so $10 for all 3 plus the code, whatever the code is. Let's take a look at the code actually, just in case you're wondering. Let's see how they did the code. If it's one code, multiple codes. Yeah, so it has all 3 movies on one code, which is what I figured it was. I didn't know for sure. Although I may have come across this code before, actually. I don't know. I can't remember. So we got a Blu-ray for each of the movies and then the code. So that's good. And the Slippy. Glad I waited on that. I almost bought it sooner. $15 price point. We got Open Your Eyes, starring Penelope Cruz. Looking real good. Penelope. Now, the interesting thing on this is it's sold, you can get this on Target or Amazon. Directed by Alexandro Amenabar, who I'm pretty sure I've watched some of his movies before, and they're really good, really dramatic. But this is actually on a BDR. And I read some people got like scratch copies. Mine does have a few little scratchies on it. So interesting, Lionsgate put this out and it's on a BDR. So, and it sounds like it has like burned in subtitles and things like that. I'm interested in watching it because, I enjoy Vanilla Sky, and this is like I believe this is what they based Vanilla Sky off of, is this Open Your Eyes. And of course, Penelope Cruz is in that also. $15 price point. I have not seen this movie. I've never seen it really drop very low. So at $15, buy two, get one, ends up being $10. I got Stuber. I actually really like Dave Bautista and some movies that I've seen from him lately. So I decided to go ahead and grab this one. Blu-ray and 4K combo pack. This is a Fox release. Glad to get it. Sounds like a fun movie. Heard pretty mixed things about it, but like to watch some Batista here coming up. Let's see. $16. This is a pretty new one. I haven't opened it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. But it is Scott Adkins and Dolph Lundgren in a Dolph Lundgren film. He directed this one. Castle Falls here with Slippy. This is a Shout Studios release. It actually gets pretty decent reviews. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. Like I said, I'm going to think about it along with that Passenger 57 I haven't opened yet either. Got to decide if I'm going to keep those. I did watch a Scott Adkins movie last night, which was entertaining, pretty entertaining. Max Cloud. You can actually watch it free on Vudu with ads. So kind of a fun one to be able to watch for free. These ones were all around like $18. Never seen this one. I've always seen like the DVD, and I think the DVD's full screen. So glad to be able to get a Shout Select of Nothing But Trouble. Sounds like it's a pretty weird movie. Interested in watching it for the first time. From 1991, 93 minutes. Written and starring Dan Aykroyd. Not written by, but directed by and starring Dan Aykroyd. Also has Chevy Chase, John Candy, Demi Moore. Gets pretty mixed reviews, but interested in watching that early 90s movie. Also, $17-18 here. I had heard, I was looking into like sci-fi movies and stuff like that, and this was mentioned, and I didn't realize that Shout had put it out, and I was able to get it for pretty affordable, around $12 with this deal. From 1975, we got a young Don Johnson and A Boy and His Dog, 91 minutes. I think it's raining out. So I kind of paused there. I was hearing something. I think it's raindrops. And then I do like me some Giallos, and this one dropped a little bit. It had been $20 for quite a while. I believe it dropped down to $17 or $18 and buy two, get one. So I decided to go ahead and pick up Puzzle. This Giallo from 74? From VCI. We do get a decent package. We get a little booklet, and we get a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, which you really don't see too often anymore on these boutique releases. You don't really see combo packs. Alright. So that is all from Target, unless I have something mixed in over here. Let's continue with Amazon. They had some stuff buy two get one that Target didn't, which is weird because usually they'll take them right out of that deal. If Target sells out of them or whatever. This is actually probably the thing that I wanted most out of between maybe this whole haul. And I haven't watched the movie yet, which I'm going to be doing this morning after I get done with this video, and maybe eating some food, some breakfast. But it is this beautiful edition of Sleep, which I had saw somebody post on Instagram, and I was like, that looks kind of nice. I'm going to look into that movie. And the movie sounded really interesting. And I'm like, I want that. I'm not paying $28 for it. It is a German movie. And it has something to do with, like, nightmares and a lot of emotional things going on. It says it draws influence from Bava, David Lynch, Franz Kafka, Brothers Grimm. So I was definitely interested in it. And I saw that it was part of the buy two get one at $28, so I could, you know, if I had enough things to match with it, I'm getting it for around $20. And this is a nice limited edition with Slippy. And I'm going to show you the whole package here because I'm pretty excited about this one. It says Region A and B on the back. There is the back, by the way, limited edition. Very nice artwork. I'm not really blown away by artwork usually, but that looks nice. Interesting that they have her in the red dress there, which has I've read a little bit about the red symbolism of you know, the girl in red or the lady in red. I need to look into that a little bit because they're showing that in this movie. This is the reverse artwork. I reversed it, but actually the artwork, the regular artwork that they had on here, which I'm going to show you, is different than the cover. So you have, when you open it up, just a really nice package, just with very nice artwork throughout. I'm fine with paying $20 for this. So you got a little poster there, and then they're always, she's got the rest, she's in red, and everything else is black and white. So they're definitely like showing you something there. And then we'll take the disc out. So we got the disc. And then the artwork. So you can see it is different, actually. Now when she's, I'm assuming this is the same girl, but now she's not in red there. She is up here. So haven't watched the movie, like I said, so I don't know any of the meanings or anything they're putting forth in the movie. But the package of this, the way it looks, it gets me pretty excited to watch the movie. So hopefully this is at least a 4-star out of 5 movie here for PMAC, because man, the presentation of the case and the artwork and the description of the movie, man, I almost don't want to watch it and just want to have it in my head, like just wonder how good this movie is. I feel like I might be disappointed, but am I setting myself up for disappointment? You're talking too much, PMAC. So I look forward to watching that here today. Another movie that sounded really interesting from Severin. This was around 25 or 26, and I believe I paired it with Sleep, along with something else I'll show you here. So this was part of a set that Severin put out. I don't think probably every movie in that set isn't that great. I guess it's possible that I could eventually get that set, but it's quite expensive at this point. But I decided to go ahead and get this one because it sounded really interesting. I heard it compared to the Witch movie from a few years ago. It is Eyes of Fire from 1984, 86 minutes. And it just sounds really interesting. Restored in 4K from the original camera negative. So, you know, it sounded like both reviewers and just normal people, you know, you read their reviews on Amazon or whatever, or on the Blu-ray.com message boards, really liked it. So the New York Times says, bizarrely fascinating. Crounce's visual imagination is extraordinary, as if the Scarlet Letter collided with The Exorcist. So you can go ahead and read more about this movie, but you know, all you gotta do is look up Eyes of Fire, 1984 movie, and you can find out about it. Sounds pretty interesting, though. When America was young and spirits of evil reigned in a forest of darkness. The other one that I paired with those two was something I was kind of back and forth on, but I looked into the animation of this, and it looked really good. And then I had heard this was the best DC animated show since Batman, the original animated series there. And I got Harley Quinn, seasons 1 and 2, 594 minutes. I believe that this show is still going, and I am excited to watch it. It actually looks really good. Kaylee Cuoco voices Harley Quinn. Alan Tudyk voices the Joker. Lake Bell voices Poison Ivy. They got some star power, some star voice talent here. And I haven't opened that one yet, but interested to watch some of this. I wonder, this has got to be on one of the streaming services, but I haven't really looked into it a whole lot. But glad to have that one. I do like to get the DC stuff, all the animated and the, you know, the standard live action. Some other buy two get ones were these three. So one of these I didn't really want that much, honestly, but we'll take a look at that. So at $13, buy two get one, I was able to get Boom from Shout Select, which I'd been on the fence about before, but at this price it was just too good, and it sounds like a pretty interesting movie here too, with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. 113 minutes from 1968. Bear me. And then when I saw that Ethan Hawke was in A Midnight Clear, I had to get it. These are only like $8 and some change for Shout Selects. Beautiful. And they're supposed to be pretty solid movies. And then I was at work trying to figure out this order, and I had like something come up. I had to place my order because I had like an appointment ready. So I may be returning this to Amazon. I haven't decided yet. It is Marvin's Room. It actually, I mean, it could be pretty good. It's got Meryl Streep, Leonardo DiCaprio, Diane Keaton, Robert De Niro. I tend to not really care to own a lot of these like drama things unless they're very, very cheap. So I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily need to keep this, but I'll look into it a little bit more before making a decision. Paramount did put this out. I think this was one of the ones that, like, you know, Echo Bridge put out all these Miramax movies on like crappy editions. So the picture quality of that and stuff is, I'm sure, not very good. Anywho, let's move along here. Actually, let's take a drinky. At least I'm going to take a drink. You can do whatever the heck you want. I had a, actually I had another Discover deal. But on, I had a Discover deal where if I used Discover Rewards, I could use $1 Discover Rewards, and I get a $10 off 50. You spend $50, you get $10 off just for using a portion of your Discover card rewards. So I was able to do that and pair that up with some sale prices. First, some Warner Archive ones. I recently watched a movie with Treat Williams in it, and I really liked him, so I was after this one. And I was able to get it for very, very affordable. What happened to that? That's interesting. Huh. It's kind of a weird little thing on there. It is Prince of the City, starring Treat Williams, a little detective movie. It's not a little one, actually. It's 167 minutes, directed by Sidney Lumet. I just noticed a little weird thing on the bottom there. It's like you can hardly see it, but I wonder what happened. Interesting. Glad to get it. Very affordable. This ended up being less than $10. As did Eye of the Devil. This is black and white, 96 minutes. Heard some good things about the movie, so went ahead and snagged it up. I hate when they get those little wrinkly things on the spine, but not too bad overall. Less than $10. Also ended up less than $10 after this deal. It was already pretty cheap. I think Amazon had it for $10.99 minus the discount. Children of the Damned. I do have Village of the Damned also. I've seen the remake. I have not watched this one. Or that one, actually. I've only watched the remake. I haven't watched the original Village of the Damned or this one. Apparently on DVD they were a 2-pack, but on Blu-ray they were released separately. I do like some Richard Gere, and I snagged up American Gigolo. This is a Paul Schrader movie, which I believe I watched a Paul Schrader movie recently, and I liked it. So I looked into like other movies that he had, and this was one of them. And then I saw it drop down to $6.99 on Amazon, and then minus my little discount I had, ends up basically being a 20% discount. So went ahead and grabbed American Gigolo. And then this one looked interesting also. This one dropped to $8. It was available during the Target Buy 2 Get 1, so I could have gotten a little bit cheaper there, but oh well. It is Sorry to Bother You here, which sounds like kind of a trippy kind of movie. Another Fox, 20th Century Fox movie. Looked like an interesting one, so glad to be able to get that for quite affordable. I am going to end up doing my Hamilton book haul separately because this video is already over 30 minutes, but we got some really cool stuff. We'll get through the Goodwill stuff first. I got Beowulf with Christopher Lambert, which is actually kind of a fun movie, kind of like, you know, it has the feel of like a Resident Evil movie or like Underworld, just like kind of the way they made it and stuff like that. But it's back from... What year was this? This is back in the 90s at some point. Buena Vista Home Entertainment put this baby out. And it's had the special effects and stuff. I thought it was a fun movie. You got, what's-her-face, who's... She's hot, man. She's hot. What's her name? Rona Mitra. Rona Mitra, yeah. And she ended up being in one of the Underworld movies. But this is a fun one for $2. It was a fun one. And it is anamorphic widescreen. We watched it on the big TV, and it wasn't too bad, so that's good. This one I grabbed yesterday. I don't think I already have it. The Harder They Fall with Humphrey Bogart. I think it said this was his last movie. It just didn't look like something that I'd see very often. The disc looks pretty decent. It has to be wiped off. It has some like smudges and stuff on it, but looked like it was pretty good condition. And then this mini series I got focusing on Teddy Roosevelt, more fake history stuff, but could be entertaining. Tom Berenger plays Teddy Roosevelt. Then you got Sam Elliott and Gary Busey also in this. This is a 2-disc mini series. 184 minutes from Warner Brothers, and again, it looked like maybe the same person brought this in as The Harder They Fall, because you look at the disc and it looks the same. It's got like these smudgy type stuff on it, so I'm gonna have to clean those babies off. But for $2, snag that. Looks kind of familiar. Hopefully, I don't already have that one. And then these are a couple beauties. These are some Arrow Video ones. Now, the thing is, here in the U.S., these are much, much more expensive. I believe they're both over $100. Maybe the one isn't. So maybe I should just look at these one at a time. So first, we have the Damagine trilogy. Not sure how to pronounce that. I do have the Mill Creek release of this, but this, the color and stuff on this is supposed to be better. The package is beautiful. It is a limited edition. So you're getting the same thing, just with a ratings logo on it. And I believe it was less than $60. You can Google it as long as it's still available. So it's on Amazon.com, but if you Google this, you can get the UK one shipped from the UK on Amazon.com for less than $60. After tax, at least when I ordered it. Now I believe this is well over $100 for the US version. Again, the only difference is that little baby right there, as far as I know. And I've looked into it. I believe they are same regions. They cover the same regions of the same discs, just with region codes on them. Just a beautiful set. It's kind of like one of the Vinegar Syndrome ones where it pop it out from the top there. Very nice artwork throughout on the outside. And, you know, you got the 3 standard cases here. I could do a video just on these 2 babies here. Why don't I do that? Why? I could make an extra video. Nobody cares anyway, PMAC. And then a very nice thick booklet there. So this is a really nice set. I did watch the first Damajin movie. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it wasn't anything great in my opinion, but it was pretty fun. And then they have the non-limited edition sets coming out too, which are still very nice, but they don't include maybe like the booklet and the poster and stuff like that. So, but I mean, I realized I could, for the same price as I would end up paying for the non-limited edition, I could just go ahead and get the UK limited edition. Very nice. And then along with that, I also purchased Yakkei Monsters collection, which is not the same as that one as far as the layout of the set, which we'll take a look at. This actually has 4 movies on it, so to me a little bit more value than the Damajin set. The movies are 79, 79, 78, and 124 minutes, including the more recent Takashi Miike movie from maybe the early 2000s. The one that one's 124 minutes. This one also 3 discs. So the first disc has the movie 100 Monsters. Disc 2 has Spook Warfare and Along with Ghosts. And then disc 3 is the Takashi Miike movie, The Great Yokai War. So this one is a side. It opens from the side, has a nice hard box, as does the Damajin set. Now this one you might be able to get a little bit cheaper than the Damajin set for the US version, but again the UK version is going to be cheaper. Poster, another very nice booklet. And then this one doesn't have 3 cases, it has 1 case for the 3 older movies. So there's the 2 discs in there. And then 1 case for the Great Yokai War, which again is a Takashi Miike movie. And again, they were both less than $60. They were around similar price, not exactly the same, but similar. So nice. That is a very nice artwork on those, of course, which you come to expect from Arrow Video, who tends to do a good job. They're not without their mistakes, but they tend to do a good job. I think they're better than like a Scream Factory sort of thing. I'm going to actually look it up and see, are these, so put in like the Damajin limited edition Blu-ray. Yeah, so you should still be able to get these. Ordering from Amazon.com. You just Google it, $55.78. You can get it plus tax. So you still have the opportunity to snag it for the limited edition. But you take a look at the US limited edition on Amazon and it's $125. Maybe cheaper elsewhere, possibly. But so that is everything that I am going to show off in this haul video. So again, leave me feedback. It keeps me making these videos because I think there's, get a few hundred viewers and only a few comments. It's just like, really, these people just watch the video and they just don't care. Take a look in the description section for ways that you can help out. I say that, but don't really get any nibbles on it. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do, PMAC? We'll see you next time, guys. We'll see you next time.